Alright guys, Kazoo71 here. I want to do a guide on the best flyers and what you may want to consider when picking which ones you want to use. So we're going to start with the Pteranodon. The Pteranodon is probably one of the earliest ones you can tame. It has that sea attack that does pretty good damage that it just did on the PC. Now the Pteranodon can carry small dinos. The saddle you get at level 38. And here is a list of small dinos that you can carry with the Pteranodon. So like I said, the Pteranodon's an early tame, level 38. You get the saddle and you can carry small dinos, and it is pretty darn fast. It's probably the fastest flyer on the game, aside from the Griffin and stuff. But the best food to tame them with is the regular kibble. And here is a list of the level 1 and level 30, what you would need to tame them, ways you can knock them out. If you want to pause it there and take a look at that, and that gives you an idea. And here I'm going to show you guys the Wikipedia page with more information on the Pteranodon. Alright guys, and these are the maps that the Pteranodon is located on, where you can tame them at, and that's the Pteranodon. Alright guys, the next one is the Tapejara. And then the Tapejara, I think is how you say it, but here it is. This one is multi-directional flyer, so you can go right, left, up, down, back, forward. It's kind of cool. The saddle you learn at level 55, and there is a tech saddle that you get from beating the Gamma Dragon, Beta Manticore, or Ice Titan, or higher if they're the lower ones. So they can carry dinos, and here's a list of what they can carry. The small dinos, again, kind of like the Pteranodon. Now, these are slower than the Pteranodon, I think, but you have a multi-seat saddle, so you can fit 3 people on these guys if you level their weight up. Now, taming them, you're going to use superior kibbles the best. Here's a list of the other things from the wiki that you can tame them with. And just so you know, when you knock these guys out, they're very skittish, so they run if they see you coming, so very hard to get them trapped. You can lead them with rare flowers. That's another way to do it. Here's the wiki page. And guys, here is where the Tapejara is located at on the following maps. There's also an Tapejara that's on Genesis Part 1 of Fjordor, and that's the Tapejara. Alright guys, the next one's the Tropeognathus, and now this one is located in 2 different places, and I'll show you guys in a second. It's Crystal Isles and Fjordor, but you can ride this one without a saddle. So and I have a video out. I'll link it right here in the thing, but how to tame these guys. You need to use like a chain bola, and you need to feed them. Now, you don't want to feed them the first time. It's a passive tame, so you want to feed them after you bowl them twice, get them hungry a little bit, otherwise you'll never tame them. The saddle you learn at level 65. Okay, so I'm going to put the saddle on. Now, the saddle is a jet saddle. It also fires rockets, or actually it fires grenades, kind of like a rocket. So I'm just going to flip to another section here, and here's what it is. It's the control button on the keyboard on PC. I do not know what it is on the consoles. I apologize. So this thing fires grenades, and as you can see, I'm doing it. Doesn't do a lot of damage. Now, these guys can carry stuff just like the Tapejara and the Pteranodon. Here's a list of what they can carry. It's the small dinos again, not huge stuff, and but they can carry quite a bit. Now, these guys are super fast. So I said earlier that the Pteranodon's the fastest. This is actually the fastest with the jetpack on, so nothing can outrun these guys. As long as you got gas in there, it'll run this forever. But they are located, like I said, on Crystal Isles and Fjordor, guys, and that is the Tropeognathus. Alright guys, next on the list is the Griffin that was released on Ragnarok. It's a 2-seater. If you have someone else, you can have someone ride it, and you do not need a saddle for this. And you can swoop with this thing, so it's very fast. You can still wyvern eggs with it. So I'm going to hold the shift key and hold the backspin and go up, and that's how I'm going up with this. And it is a knockout tame. So you need extraordinary kibble. That's the best food for it. But you can also use other stuff too. Here's what you can use from the wiki if you're interested. So like I said, it's a swooper, and that's what I'm doing in the background there, just swooping with this thing, going up. And if you're holding anything in your hands, you cannot swoop. So keep that in mind. It can carry small dinos. Here's what you can carry. So just like the Pteranodon, the Tropeognathus, and the Tapejara, it can carry small stuff. And that's about it for that, what it can carry and stuff. It is very fast. It's a very movable dino, and is located on Ragnarok, Crystal Isles, Lost Island, and Fjordor. Here's the wiki page for it, guys, if you want to look up more information. And that is the Griffin. Alright guys, the next one's the Snow Owl. This was released on Extinction, so I believe if you don't have Extinction, you probably cannot make the saddle for it. Snow owl saddles at level 61. That's when these were. These are swoopers as well, just like the Griffin. So as long as you're not holding anything in your hands, you can swoop. Now these guys cannot carry anything, so just keep that in mind. They are a knockout tame. The best food to tame these guys with is the superior kibble. Here is a list of other foods you can tame them with from the wiki, and I'll give you guys the wiki in just a minute. But you can also do that, and that, like I said, cannot carry anything. That freeze attack that they have, that you can freeze your dinos and you can heal your dinos. So if they're hurt, it's a very good way to heal things. I do it all the time. They also have this slam attack that I just did. It freezes a little bit. They are located on Extinction, Lost Island, and Fjordor. Now there is an R-type snow owl that's located on Genesis Part 2 and Fjordor. So here is the wiki page for these guys if you're interested in reading more about them. And guys, that is the snow owl. Alright guys, next on the list is my favorite dino in Ark, and that's the Argentavis. And I want to show you guys why it's my favorite. It can carry a lot of stuff. It's got a lot of weight. You get the saddle at level 62. And you can put a lot of stamina in this, and you can fly across almost any map. So it's a knockout tame. The best way to tame it is with superior kibble. Here is a list of food you can use from the wiki as well. Several methods to knock them out. I use the long neck rifle with shotgun tranquilizer darts, as you guys know if you watch my videos. These guys can pick up quite a few dinos. As you can see, I picked it up, and you can kill a dino while it's in your hands. That's another cool feature of the Argentavis. Now they also have a beak pickup, so you can pick up small dinos with the beak, and I'm going to do this right here with the dodo. And this is a good way to tame an otter. If you pick up an otter in your beak, you can tame it while you're holding it. And that was a list I had scrolling of what you can pick it up with the beak. So I'm going to go ahead and land, and while it's in your beak, you can also chomp on it, just like that. Now here's what you can pick up with the claws. There's quite a big list of these, so it's going to scroll through for just a minute. But I pick up things all the time with the Argentavis, drop it in traps so I can tame it somewhere else, get it away from where I need to go. And that is the list right there. These guys are located on almost every map, as you can see. Here's where they're located. That's the regular Argentavis. There's also an X variant Argentavis on Genesis Part 1 in Fjordor. And here's the wiki, guys, if you guys want to look up more information. So that is the Argentavis. Alright guys, next on the list is the Pelagornis. This is the pelican. It can fly, it can swim, it can walk. So it can land on the water, as you can see right there. It can land in the on any kind of land. You get the saddle at level 43. And it can harvest a lot of fish in the water. And the only downside of the Pelagornis is it cannot carry anything. And it doesn't have the huge amount of weight. So I was trying to find some fish to show you guys how it works. The only thing I could find was this piranha right here. So I'm going to go ahead and snip this guy. But you will harvest a ton of fish with this thing if you're in a lake with a bunch of fish. Now here's where they are located at. And those are the maps that they're on. So that's the Wikipedia page right there if you guys want to get more information. So that's the Pelagornis. Alright guys, next is the Crystal Wyvern. Now there are 3 types of Crystal Wyvern: the Blood, the Tropical, and the Ember. And you find them on Crystal Isles. And you do not need a saddle to ride them. Now, they are a passive tame. I do have a video out if you're interested. It's one of my first videos I did. You tame them with primal crystals, and you tame them with crystals. I wouldn't recommend using crystals. Now, these guys can pick up more than the Argentavis, but the Crystal Wyverns cannot pick up as much as the regular Wyverns. So I'm scrolling up there what you can pick up with them right there. As you can see, I can pick up a Pachyrhinosaurus, but I cannot pick up the Stegosaurus. So there's a limit to what they can do. Here is the Wikipedia page if you're interested in looking, and that's the Crystal Wyvern. Alright guys, next is the Wyvern. Now there are 3 Wyverns, Lightning, Poison, and Fire, that are located on these maps: Scorch, Ragnarok, Valguera, Lost Island, and Fjordor. And the Ice Wyvern, Ragnarok, Valguera, Lost Island, and Fjordor. Now they are not tameable. You need to steal their eggs. You do not need a saddle. So you steal their eggs and raise them. Everybody's got videos out there. I've even got videos on this map doing them. So on Fjordor, if you're interested, they have a pushback. That's the C on the PC. But you can also grab a lot of stuff. As you can see scrolling across the screen, those are the things you can pick up with a Wyvern. So you can pick up quite a bit with a Wyvern that you can with the other things. And there's a trike just to show you. You can pick up a Stego with these guys. And there's the wiki page if you're interested in looking more about these guys. And that is the Wyvern. All right, guys, the next one is the Quetzal. Now, the Quetzal comes in two forms, the Quetzal and the Tech Quetzal, and these guys can carry a lot of stuff. A lot of weight. You get the Quetzal saddle at level 76, the platform Quetzal saddles level 97. Now, like I said, they can take a lot of weight. They're a knockout tame. The exceptional kibble is the best way to tame them, and here's some more stuff you can tame them from the website. If you want to pause it there and look, I'll give you the wiki in just a minute. But like I said, these guys can carry a lot of dinos. They can also hold and here's the list of dinos they can carry. Now, they can also hold a lot of weight in their inventory. So if you keep leveling up their stamina and their weight, you can fly a long ways, carry a lot of stuff with them, like go harvest metal on the mountains, bring it home. The only problem with the Quetzal is they're super slow. This is the slowest flyer in the game, and there's no way to fix that. Unless you got classic flyers on, you can level up the flyer, and that's a mod you can use. But now, you can do that inside the checklist inside of Ark too. I think you can turn on classic flyers. So anyhow, these guys are definitely breedable, and you can breed the tech one and the regular one, and they are located just about on every map. So the only one they're not on, I believe, is on Genesis 1, because there's no flyers there. But here's the maps that they are on, and that is where you can find them at. This is on Fjordor I'm recording this video on, and here is the wiki page if you guys want to check it out and look more about the Quetzal there. But guys, that is the Quetzal and the Tech Quetzal. Alright guys, and last but not least is the newest member of the flying family, the Desmosdus. This is on Fjordor. This is also a phenomenal flyer. You get the saddle at level 74. This thing can carry pretty much what a Pteranodon can, except for it can also carry a raptor. Unless they change that. I mean, recently I was able to pick up raptors. So picking up these small dinos, you can also do the leech life on them. And I have a complete video on the Desmosdus. I'll link it here if you guys are interested in watching it. Show you everything the Desmosdus can do. I'm not going to do that in this part. I just want to show you the flyers. They are breedable. These guys are a passive tame, and that is pretty much all I want to talk about these Desmosdus. They are phenomenal though. Here's the wiki page on them. It's a very incomplete wiki though, just so you know. And that's the Desmosdus, guys. So that's pretty much all the flyers in the game that you can ride. I hope this was helpful for you guys. I'll put as much information in here as I could. I didn't want to include everything because that was just too much information. So I just want to show you guys what they can do, kind of give you a comparison of them, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like the video, please subscribe, and if you have any comments, please leave them. If there's anything you'd like me to see me to do, leave that in the comments as well, and if I can, I'll do it. And I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time.